Hello friends, welcome you all in the video file naming conventions in Linux. In this video, we are going to discuss regarding what are the rules and conventions which are used to give the names to the files. As we know that in our last videos also we have discussed that everything in Linux is considered as a file. File is very important terminology in case of Linux operating system. So the files plays a very important and vital role in forming and operations of the Linux operating system. So in this video first we will discuss regarding the files, and then we'll go for the how to give the names to the Linux files, how to create the files, and how to give the names, and what are the rules we have to follow to give the names to the Linux operating system files in the Linux operating system. Coming to the files, as we know that basically the concept of files, it is used to store the data permanently in our computer system. As you know that while writing the programs for solving the problems, we are using some variables, and for that variables either we assign the values internally through the program, or externally through the keyboard we are going to input some values. So for doing this particular task, either we have to declare the variable, we have to run the program, and then we have to enter the values. That values will be retained in the variable until that program is active. As soon as that program is closed, as soon as that program is removed from the primary memory, whatever values we have assigned to that particular variable, that are also erased or that are also deleted. So we can say that the variables are the temporary storage, or variables are used for temporary storage of values in our programs. So the solution for this particular problem is nothing but the files. So we can define the files as nothing but a file represent a sequence of bytes on the disk, where a group of related data is stored. File is created for permanent storage of data. It is ready-made structure. So as we have discussed in our earlier discussions also, that file is created for permanent storage of data, and it is ready-made structure, means we can use the files for storing data permanently, and it is a ready-made structure. So as we have seen, for declaration of the file related to our C language, so in C language we use a structure pointer of file type to declare a file. Like for example, we have declared one file pointer here, file is a keyword here, and fp is the name of file pointer. We can give any name related to that particular pointer. So here we have declared this file pointer in case of C language. So here we will focus first on why we need the file, how to declare a file, and what are different types of file, and then we will go for our discussion of naming or conventions used for naming of the files. So in this discussion, first of all we'll focus on why we need the files, or what is the necessity of file. So here if we see that when a program, already we have discussed this point, that when a program is terminated, the entire data is lost. Storing in a file will preserve your data even if the program terminates. Secondly, if you have to enter a large number of data, it will take a lot of time to enter them all. However, if you have a file containing all the data, you can easily access the content of the file using a few commands in C language or any other language which we are going to use for programming purpose. You can easily move your data from one computer to another computer without any changes if we are using a file. So in this way, these are the some advantages of using a file, that when we are using variable, so that variable can hold the data for timing purpose, and whereas files can hold the data permanently, and we can input large amount of data by using the files, and it is very easy to move the data from one place to another by using the files. That's why we are using the files, and files are having n number of applications and advantages. Now coming to the types of the files with respect to programming language. As we know that in our day-to-day life we are using n number of types of file, such as Word file, text file, PPT file, media file, Excel file, and so on. So generally in terms of programming, when we are going to discuss, so types of files are nothing but they are classified into two types. One is called as text file and another one is called binary file. So text file, coming to the text file are normal.txt file. We can easily create files using any simple text editor such as Notepad. When you open those files, you can see all the content within the file as plain text. You can easily edit or delete the content. They take minimum effort to maintain, are easily readable, and provide the least security and take bigger storage space. So this is regarding the text file which we are going to use. Now coming to binary files. Binary files are mostly the bin files in your computer. Instead of storing data in plain text, they store it in binary form, that is zeros and one. They can hold a higher amount of data, are not readable easily, and provide better security than text files. Now coming to the file operations. In C, you can perform four major operations on file, either text or binary. One is creating a new file. Second one is opening an existing file, closing a file, reading from and writing information to a file. So first of all, creating a file means these are the basic operations which we can perform on the files, such as creating a file, opening an existing file, closing a file, reading and writing information to a file. So these can be discussed in detail. So here, as per our discussion, as per our topic of discussion, we'll first know the file and then we'll go for naming the what are the rules used for giving the name to the file. So creating a new file. So for creating a new file, first we have to open a file or create a file. So when working with the files, you need to declare a file, a pointer of type file. This declaration is needed for communication between the file and other programs. Opening a file is performed using fopen function, which is defined in stdio.h header file. That is, the syntax of opening a file in standard IO is like this. Pointer means you have to give the name to the file pointer. Then you have to use fopen function in double inverted commas file name and mode for which you are going to open. Either you are going to open it for reading purpose, or either you are going to open it for writing purpose, or you are going for any modification. So like that. So this is the naming convention used for giving the names to the file. Now in this way you can give any name to the file pointer, and you have to use this function for opening a file. After that, after opening a file, after creating a file, now we'll move. So whatever discussion we have discussed here until now, it is used with respect to C language, how what is file and how to open a file. Now in case of Linux file system, when we are going to create a file, so first of all you have to give the names to the file, and how to create it, that we'll discuss in our later on discussions. First of all, we'll discuss some rules which are used for creating or giving the names to the file. So here these are following rules which are used for giving the names to the file, like that whenever we are going to create the file, So we have to give the names to the file in such a way that first and foremost rule is all file names are case sensitive. So file names like small case or uppercase, we have to give the name. Like for example, here it is given an example like this: vivek.txt, all letters are small. Vivek.txt, in this capital V, first letter is capital, and in this all letters are capital. So these are three different names to the file, because in first it is all letters are small, in this first letter is small, first letter is capital, and in this all letters are capital. So as the names to the files are case sensitive, means you have to give the same name, or the names will be differed based on capital or small case. You can use uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, dot and underscore symbol. You can use either uppercase or lowercase. You can use numbers, dot and underscore symbols are allowed in the giving the name. You can use other special characters such as blank spaces, but they are hard to use and it is better to avoid them. Blank spaces are also avoided, but it is better, also allowed, but it is better to avoid them because they will create confusion for giving the name to the file. In short, file names may contain any character except this forward slash. This is the slash which is this is a symbol used for indicating the root directory. That's why it has to be avoided, which is reserved as a separator between the files and directories in a path name. You cannot use the null characters also. No need to use dot in the file name. Sometimes dot improves readability of the files, and you can use dot based in the file extensions to identify them, because dot is generally used for identifying the extension. That's why you have to avoid the use of dot. Like for example, .sh means shell file, .tar means compress or archive file. Most modern operating system, Linux operating and Unix, limit the file name up to 255 characters. However, some older version of Unix or Linux system limit up to 14 characters. Name of the file could be maximum 14 characters, but most modern operating systems, they permit up to 255 characters. And second, and that next rule is a file name must be unique inside the directory. For example, inside home Vivek directory, you cannot create demo.txt file name, demo.txt directory name. However, other directory may contain files with the same name. Means in one directory you cannot create, or you have to avoid the you cannot create the files with having the same name. You can create the files with having same name in another directories. Now there are some reserved characters which are used for which are reserved for special purpose. So avoid using the following characters for appearing in the file name: forward slash, as it is used for path name or root directory; greater than symbol; less than symbol; greater than symbol; then pipe symbol; colon; ampersand. Note that Unix and Linux allows white spaces, greater than, less than, and directory symbol and colon, and these are ampersand and all these. Wildcards such as star and question mark or escape using symbol. So these are some special symbols that are especially reserved for the operations of Linux operating system. So we have to avoid them. So we have to use these rules for giving the names to the files, that a file name is case sensitive. Second is you have to use uppercase or lowercase. You can use dot and underscore symbols also. Don't use blank, and don't use this character. And then maximum file name should be of 14 characters. Even some modern operating systems allowed it up to 255 characters also. So no two names of the file should be of the same name inside a directory. And there are some reserved characters that should be avoided, like directory symbol or forward slash, greater than, less than, pipe symbol, colon, ampersand. So in this way you can use the names, or you can use the conventions to give the names to the files, and you have to use the files file names, for giving the names to the file. Thank you very much.